Hey, it's Mr. Johns, and welcome back to If I Ran the Zoo. This is my zoo. So, update since last time. Nothing changed here to Main Street. Have not had time to add or update anything there. Africa, over here on the left side, I've added foliage. So, the goal here, from the perspective of the visitor, that doesn't look good. There's stuff on fire. That's awesome. Okay. I didn't know that could catch on fire. I have to replace it for $30, I guess. Stuff breaks down. All right. Educational screen fixed. I just haven't had time. Literally, I've been busy. So, from the perspective here of the visitor's height, my goal is as you walk in, you notice, okay, this is off limits. Do not enter. I don't know where those people are going. Hey, did you see this? Hey! She's taking, yeah, turn around and come back. She's taking her kids. What are you teaching your kids? To ignore signage? I'm not impressed, lady. Do not enter. At least she turned around. All right. It took her a while. Maybe I shouldn't have those. You know what? I shouldn't have those benches there. That sends a mixed message. So, all right. Give me a second. I thought I was being nice and giving them a nice kind of giving them a, oh yeah, it was highlighted, giving them a nice place to rest. But and then what's going on with the trash can? It's been vandalized and is non-functional. Okay, sorry, that's not how I meant to start this. It was like a little, okay, maintenance. Literally, I can't even imagine how busy I'm going to be when this thing is actually a zoo. So my point was, when you come in, you say, don't enter, don't go there. Hey. Gosh, people, I don't know what's going on. And they'll turn around right there, right? They'll go so far, and then they'll turn around. That's staff only. Do you see this? Do you see this sign? What am I going to... I'm going to have to do something different. I thought they would... They're going to go back here. This is like staff town. So, can you turn your butts around? Little cute family. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm going to have to do something different. Okay, so what I was saying before these rude customers. Okay, so I want to add foliage and rocks, and these are all Africa legit things I filtered by Africa. And then I want them to block the village, the staff village. So not entirely. That's not super important to me, but I want them to realize this is where I'm supposed to be, and everything behind there. Oh, no. My giraffe is about to die of old age. I don't know if I want to see that. Oh, no. Animal died. That can't be her, is it? Oh, or she's still dying? No. Okay. Well, guys, on that cheerful note, how sad is that? Zuena died of old age. I'm glad she died of old age. She was the female, and I'll need to see if I need to replace. Okay, so vet assign, call vet urgently. I guess you can't when they're dead. So I assume what will happen. Oh, yep, that's what I assumed they would. Okay, so all right. Again, what I was saying was I want the people to know where they are supposed to be walking. Obviously, they don't read signs, but looks like things are hopping here at the zoo. People are loving what they're seeing. I've got a lot of people coming and going. I mean, look at that. I'm ready to expand. I just have not had time. So this is the visitor's perspective of the giraffe habitat. It did take me a long time to get the zookeepers to come and feed these guys. It turns out they do bring the leaves, the berries, the branches, but they I guess they put them in these things, these hanging things. And then over here, you've got this hanging thing. But you can see used in last month, 0. Over here, this one, uses in last 12 months, 1. They're not feeding them very often. And when I clicked on giraffe, this one cannot maturation. Okay, so this one is also getting old, 10 years old, and cannot breed or won't interact anymore. Unable to breed and interact. That's pretty sad. So then I have these two guys. Okay, my point was, when I click on food, I was having a hard time. They were not getting enough food, but now it is better. Everything looks pretty good and they're happy. So awesome. All right, so back to my point. Trying to hide everything. So back there, the foliage that I added hides most of the buildings in the back, and I think that's fine. And those are all African themed buildings anyway, so it does add to the theme, even if you see tops of buildings, etc. But it should look like kind of off limits, and that's the whole point. Now, I spent a whole bunch of time like trying to build a penguin habitat right here. Not as easy as I thought. And now that I look back and I'm thinking, this was a good way to start with my first habitat. It is flat. It's boring. It's flat. And if I'm going to get better at design in this game, I'm going to have to probably look up some examples. There are, I think, 2 kinds of designers. And I'm this way with a lot of things. But not everything. I mean, some things I can make up myself. But and I always feel ashamed to admit this, but I'm a copier. Like, when I want to build something, I look at examples. I can build it when I see it, but I don't have the imagination that I wish I had. So, for example, giraffe habitat. It's really boring. And when I went and looked online at other people's habitats, I'm like, oh my gosh, the things that they come up with, unbelievable. And so, because I don't come up with that stuff naturally, I'm going to have to look up examples. So I was trying to come up with ideas, things for a penguin. I thought it would be easier than it was. So here's what I decided to do. And again, not overly proud, but I downloaded a habitat. So what I decided to do is actually use someone's habitat to see how they do it. And didn't cost any money. There's a workshop where users share their creations, and there's all kinds of stuff there, which is really cool. I don't want to just download stuff, though. I want to learn how this was done. And it's not a done deal. Like, I didn't just slap this down and boom, done, put the penguins in. No, there's still work to be done. The first thing I did, I didn't want it sitting too high. One of my beetles had died. So some of my animals are actually starting to go through their life cycle already. When I first put this down, it was really high up. And so I had to go down and dig a hole, and this is part of it over here. I had to dig a hole. I wanted this to be pretty much level with the sidewalk. And then I filled it full of water. So that was kind of cool. I had to raise, all this stuff was already here. I mean, everything is here. I mean, they put everything in place. The feeding trays, the keeper door which is really cool. The keepers will access this from the back. I am going to have to add a access path, which is fine. So it's not done. I have to add barrier so the penguins don't get out. And then I also have to add entrance to the visitors. And I'm having kind of a hard time clicking on terrain over here. I'm not an expert at this, but to flatten everything down and get it at the right height is not super easy. So it's going to take me a little bit of practice to get it, a little bit of work, not practice, but a little bit of See, I don't want it to be that high. I want it to be down. So I want it to go down. So I have to choose push. So you have to be careful. I mean, you can adjust the sensitivity and the size and all that. So that's what I'm working on right now. Oop, too much, too much. I'm working on making this level, and then they're going to have to go up probably a flight of stairs to get up to a sidewalk up here. Then I want the sidewalk to go all the way around, and so they can look in. I mean, I guess the penguins are already blocked off. They can't get out because I think these are glass. Maybe these are glass. That looks like there's glass. Let's click on it and see. What was that? Okay, no. There was no glass. I don't know what that was. It was there we go. It was highlighting the habitat. Okay. And let's, by the way, while we're here, let's go ahead and rename this penguin habitat. So obviously we know that's what it is. Okay, so that's what that does. When you click on it, it gives you the kind of the barrier, the habitat. But there is no barrier, and these need to be like see-through glass all the way around so people can enjoy the penguins. And so I still have some work to do, but I think from this I will kind of learn how it's done. I know down here, even in the water, there's like a filter, which is really cool. So that's it's a feeder box. Not suitable species because I haven't put anything in there yet. So they have that already in there. And I don't know if there's any underwater viewing. That's one thing I was going to look into. So I don't know. My hope was that there would be underwater viewing, and I could build like a viewing platform or an underwater. Let's get back in there and see. Whoa, okay. But maybe this is just all above ground, so I don't know. So that's okay. It's my first one, and this is the Africa exhibit. I will be having more penguins. They do live in other places, Antarctica. I don't know where else, but so maybe I will get better, and that would be my goal. So this particular one, I don't feel so bad about using a downloaded habitat. I'm going to learn from this. And just installing it's going to take me some work. I really don't want to do that with any others yet, but maybe I'll have to until I get better. So, but all this rock work, there's a lot of work involved. Each rock has to be placed. But, it's just time. So that's the update on If I Ran the Zoo. And let me give you a quick overview. If I click on Zoo and just overview. So this is still under sandbox. It's under sandbox mode. So the financial stuff means nothing. I am not making money, but I'm not paying attention to that. If I was running in a business mode, I would be in trouble. So you still see it costs $7 for adults to get in, $3 for kids. It doesn't keep track of tax and stuff like that. It's because it's sandbox mode. Happiness, 80%. I've had 449 guests just in the couple days that I've done this. That's pretty cool. Average animal welfare is in the green zone, but it's a little bit low. I need to figure out why. I've got 56 animals total, 5 different species. I spend 14 staff. I spend $27,735 on their wages. This just shows you how many of each I have. I have 3 zookeepers. Staff happiness, 100%, right? Because they have an easy job. I don't have that many animals. Wait till there's 1,000. Right now there's 56. So all this stuff, my reputation of the zoo, looks pretty good. Education rating could be better, so I need to add maybe some more educational signs and things and speakers, and there's a lot to add, but looks pretty good, I think. Did have there we go. I had one vandalized thing. That was the only crime. It says there are lots of damaged things around here. I probably need to spend more time reading these things. The zoo feels small. Yeah, it is small. You're paying $7 to see like 54 animals, and most of them are bugs. So sorry. But this guy says, "Hey, the zoo's great. Yay!" So that's good. This is the stuff, the management stuff that Normally you have to care about a lot, or people leave, you make no money. And I've always played that way, but this is the first time for me playing sandbox mode, and it's so nice. It's a little bit more relaxed. It still stresses me out because there's a lot to do, but I don't have to worry about it's like being a billionaire. I'm just going to build a zoo, and who cares if I don't make money? It's fine. I do like all this stuff over here. Average time spent in zoo tells you 7 minutes. Like they're, what? They come in, have a drink and a French fries, say hi to the penguin. No, there's no penguin. Say hi to the bugs and leave. So, yeah, I need to work on that. So, all-time guests, 20,000? That can't be right. Really? I've had 20,000 guests? I thought it was 500, but that's just last year. So, okay. But they're not spending enough time in here, and they're not spending very much money here. So I got to work on that. So those, that kind of stuff is fun to try to improve. But for now, my goal is just animals. So there's an update to If I Ran the Zoo. Next time I should have the penguins in and something else. Who knows what? But I'll go from there. I think probably I'm going to add, because I can add, multiple animals have low welfare. One of my beetles has died. You get like a bonus for having multiple species that get along together in one habitat. So I'll probably be adding some things to this area, and maybe even expanding this area to make it bigger. So, and the penguins should be swimming around and playing, and we can watch them. So that's what will be happening next time you come visit If I Ran the Zoo. I'll catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out.